Well, tonight, President Trump is trying to convince Americans a vaccine could be here in just weeks, but top health experts are saying not so fast.
Also developing tonight, one of the companies competing to produce a vaccine has paused its phase 3 trials.
And KCAL 9 political reporter Tom Wade is here with the late details. Tom.
Hi there, Juan and Pat. Well, AstraZeneca, one of the companies leading the charge to create a COVID vaccine, says they are pausing their phase 3 trial after one of the study's participants had an unexplained illness. And of course, the vaccine timeline now is taking center stage.
I don't know how many people here, but there's a lot.
President Trump tonight at a campaign rally in North Carolina, boasting about crowd size. Many people were not wearing masks until the event began. There was little social distancing, and the rally itself violated state health directives that ban crowds of more than 50 people. The president once again contradicting top health experts on when a COVID vaccine will be available.
They know we have it. It's only a question of weeks or a small amount of time. So instead of saying that's a great thing, we're going to save lives, they're trying to disparage it. They're trying to make it politics.
But developing tonight, testing has been paused for one of the leading vaccine candidates developed by Oxford University and AstraZeneca. The company says the pause in the phase 3 trial comes after one of the study's participants had an unexplained illness. AstraZeneca says the pause is routine while they investigate, but it's unclear how much this will impact their timeline for a potential vaccine. Also today, 9 of the leading vaccine makers stated what should be obvious, that they'll adhere to high scientific and ethical standards. But in an unusual show of scientific solidarity, they also promised to pursue phase 3 clinical trials before the approval of any vaccine, a step Russia and China skipped, adding, "We believe this pledge will help ensure public confidence." Here's why. A recent CBS News poll found just 21% of voters say they would get a vaccine as soon as it's available, down from 32% in July. As President Trump pushes for a vaccine by Election Day, today Dr. Fauci was less optimistic.
It's unlikely that we'll have a definitive answer at that time, more likely by the end of the year.
The politics surrounding a vaccine comes as the presidential campaign heads into the home stretch. Today we learned Trump's financial war chest is shrinking. The campaign is burning through cash, already spending $830 million. The president now says he's ready to dip into his own pockets.
If I have to, I'll do it here, but we don't have to.
Both campaigns will crisscross the country this week, hoping to get an edge in key battleground states. In the key battleground state of Florida, a new poll shows the president and Joe Biden deadlocked. Today, the two kept taking shots at their physical and mental capacities.
Joe doesn't have the strength. He doesn't have the mental capability to control these people.
Look at how he steps and look how I step. Watch how I run up ramps and he stumbles down ramps, okay?
Biden will deliver remarks in Michigan on Wednesday. Democratic Vice Presidential nominee Kamala Harris plans to visit Florida later this week. Reporting live in the newsroom, I'm Tom Wade. Pat, back to you.